Our project is called TrueSight, and we are building a website to assist people who struggle with color blindness. Our web application takes in user-uploaded images and outputs an edited version of the image to make the color the user selects stand out more, and sets the rest of the image to grayscale. While anyone can use this website, we assume our main audience would be people who suffer from color blindness, who need help navigating different color-based maps, graphs, or other figures that rely on one's ability to distinguish colors. We use Figma to create a base layout for our web pages to help us design the final project. On every page, we have our website name and the little color wheel logo in the top left corner, and the pages that users can click on are in the top right corner. This currently is the homepage where users can upload an image of their choice and their instructions provided for how to do so and which types of images we can process. We also have an option for users to input what type of color blindness they struggle with, and if they don't input it, then our program defaults to complete color blindness. There's also a demo on the right-hand side to show an example of how the image will be edited.
If you click on the About button, it'll take us to the page where About Us and Privacy Policy are. And About Us contains a summary of who we are and what we do. And Privacy Policy ensures that the images uploaded to the True site are not downloaded and stored. If you click on the How to Use button, it'll take us to the How to Use page, and it'll show you a list of things you can do to make the best results when you're using the True site. The lists include making sure that the image submitted was taken well, the submitted image is focused on one subject, and making sure that the image is clear. Also, the PNG images will guarantee the best results. If you click on the FAQ button, it will take us to the frequently asked question page, and it will show us frequently asked questions such as what types of images are supported, how can I download the final image, what are the different types of color blindness, and if the website is free to use. And if you click the home button, we're back to the home page. And there's an upload button, and if you upload the picture you wanted to upload, it'll take us to the result page. The result page will have an original picture and a black and white picture for the original picture. And if you click any of the colors in the original picture, it'll gray out all the other colors and create the image with the labels on it. So if you click the color yellow, it'll create an image that has yellow only, and it'll have a label that says yellow. And also there'll be a button to hear what the color is. And you can download any images that are created by the True site on the button here. And there will be also another button that says upload another, and you can upload any other images if you want.
In terms of the backend for our project, our group decided to use Python along with the Pillow package and the Flask package. We chose these packages because they offer easy image manipulation as well as easy API creation. The backend code starts with opening the image as an image object in Pillow. Currently, this image is hard-coded, but in the future, the user would be able to upload any image they would like for processing. We do this here on line 8. And the current hard-coded image is a map of the DC Metro line. The next step is for the user to choose a color to isolate. Again, this is currently hard-coded, but our group plans to implement features that make this more dynamic, such as choosing the color blindness the user experiences, or implementing JavaScript that would allow the user to click on any color in the image to isolate it. The current color we have hard-coded is here, which maps to this yellow line right here. Once the color and RGB values have been selected, the code will generate variations of the selected code with a tolerance of plus and minus 5 for each pixel, which we do in this function here. This allows our isolation to return a more complete result, since many images use many different shades of similar colors to represent things such as depth and definition. This function returns a list of pixels that are similar to the original color selected, as we can see in the terminal down here. The last step of the backend code is to actually isolate the color. To do this, we use something called masking to create a composite image where only one color is present. The first step is to create a copy of the original image and change it to grayscale, which we do here. When we then create an image of the same size, but set all the pixels to white, which we do here. We then iterate through each row of pixels in the original image and check to see if their RGB values are included in our list of variations, in this list down here. If they are, we fill in those pixels with color in the mask image we created. Finally, we composite both the grayscale image and the mask image to get a complete color isolation in here, which then returns this, with the yellow line completely isolated, making it very easy to see for users who experience color blindness. The current code is still in its primitive state, and our team does recognize it is inefficient at some parts, which we will address in the coming weeks. Our next steps are to create an API endpoint to connect our code to our HTML. And we're also looking into coding different types of color blindness that the user could use to make the image less ambiguous to them.
So far, we have a very basic website set up using HTML to work off of. Eventually, of course, our goal is to make it look similar to the Figma design, but for now, it is still in a rudimentary state with several features we need to implement. Currently here, we are on the homepage with the instructions for how to use the website, though we still need to implement an upload image button for the user to click on under step number 3, and the options for types of color blindness under step number 2. Next, we can navigate to the other pages, such as the About Us page here, which includes a privacy policy similar to the Figma. We can go to the How to Use page, which lists out best practices for using it, and the FAQs page. Our next steps are to work on the design and formatting, and to connect the website to the backend color processing code.